Hey guys, this is Dino and with a Town of Salem video. So I did a list of the Town of Salem roles because everybody's kind of bugging me from even now and then. Um, of the Town of Salem ranked roles. I didn't include here the carbon roles, but all the others I did. So I'm just gonna make a list of what the most powerful roles are, and I took like kind of 5 factors into consideration. I took like the alpha level, how powerful the role is in game, based on the abilities, their win condition, how likely is to win with that role, how influential is that role, which that means how important is the existence in game, and how actually influence it. So, and the difficulty, and how confirmable is our role. So we're gonna go up upon all those roles, and we're gonna make a list. Kind of late on this trend on the like tier list stuff, but hope you guys enjoy this kind of stuff. I'm gonna do it. These are also only based on like my personal experience. So if you know, but I tried to be as much as objective as I could. So, all right, here we go. So, the most powerful. I'm gonna go with the most powerful roles first, and then I'm gonna be on the lower tier. So, don't keep you waiting. So to know who the most powerful roles. I think most of you, most of the time you would agree. So, the highest that I had is the mayor. Why mayor? Because mayor has it's just it's an alpha role. You can do whatever you want, right? You can lynch whoever you want. How powerful is that? Is that just that powerful? It's like the most powerful thing in the game, right? You can lynch whoever you want. So that note, I has like 5 stars on the alpha level type of thing. The win condition, it's definitely one of. I mean, it's the win condition is with town winning with town, and here a mayor existing in the game definitely influenced that in a good way. He has like 5 stars on overall. Mayor, he's just like very influential. It's a very influential role. It's just like you can't ignore a mayor existing in the game. I'm just saying specifically because yeah, right. Um, it needs protection though, but hey, you can't ignore a mayor existing in the game, so that's why it's very powerful. It's really not that difficult. It's one of the most easiest roles in the game. All things considered, right? All you have to do is just press one button, right? And there we go. That's your only task that you need to do, and everybody will. It's the one of the reason why it's so powerful is it's also a unique role. Conformable, there is no even a question about that. Once you press that button, everybody knows that you're the mayor, and they have to emote you. So yeah, definitely takes the S spot, S tier. I think definitely it's one of the most powerful roles in the game, and no wonder why it's a unique role, right? You can have 2 mayors in the game. All right, next up, it's the who, the retributionist. Where is it? Where's the goddamn retributionist? I didn't even know how red does look like. Oh, there we go. Retributionist. What can I say about retributionist? Everybody knows. Definitely on one of the most powerful roles as well in the game, alongside with the mayor. Yeah, what can I say? You is just like, it's definitely an alpha role. What I mean by alpha is you can resurrect whoever you want. including a mayor, including a jailer. So well, you can argue that it's not an alpha role. It's definitely one of the most alpha roles in the game if it exists, right? So the win condition, it's definitely improving once you are having a retributionist on the game. So yeah, you're gonna win more games. The win condition is definitely here 5 for as a star for the retributionist. So I'm gonna put that there. It's not the only thing that it doesn't it's the influence level. It's like retributionist doesn't quite influence the town that much, besides being a confirmed townie, but that doesn't have too much info, right? So it's the influence level, it's not that high for retributionist in the game. It really isn't. I think most of the games are driven by town investigative roles. So yeah, I'm on an influence level, I give it like a 3 rate. So not too much on that, but difficulty level, it's definitely one of the easiest roles in the game. So that definitely also helps. Easy to play, very powerful, easy to win with, somewhat, influential, but not that much. I guess because it's a confirmed role. And yeah, about the confirmable role, it's very up high there with the mayor. There's very rare situations where you can get yourself lynched once you're resurrected. Yeah, I mean, it's easy to get confirmed. The only thing that you can get lynched early, right? But most of the time, someone will just gonna die and you're gonna resurrect. But I'm putting confirmable also very high, maybe 4 or 5 stars. So definitely, Retributionist is one of the most powerful roles in the game in Town of Salem. So it's up there with the mayor. Next up, we got jailer. Jailer. A jailer has to exist in the game, right? So I don't want to put that because obviously it's a very important role. Very alpha. I think it's the most alpha roles of all of them. Although the others you can say the same thing about the mayor, right? Because he can lynch the jailer, right? But very, very alpha role as well. Jailer, very important, unique, like all the others. And yeah, the win condition, very good win condition. Win with town. Everybody knows that. Very influential, right? The game is just, it can be sometimes put in question a town that has a jailer and a town that doesn't have a jailer, and everybody just like acts differently once, right? Evils can get more aggressive when there's no jailer in the game and so on. So definitely a very influential role. The only thing that it's very low, it's that it's actually a difficult role compared to the mayor and the retributionist up there. You have to execute the right targets. If you don't, you just lose your power, and I think that's like the only downside for the jailer, is just like you sometimes, if it gets in the hands of the who it shouldn't, right? Who shouldn't have that power, and they execute like townies, then it's bad. So that's the only thing. That's the only disadvantage that I see from jailer, but definitely very strong, and it's very confirmable, right? It's like there has to be a jailer in the game, so all you have to do is just say that you're a jailer, and there we go, you're already confirmed. You can't contest that because you're gonna get executed. So that's it. And one role that I didn't thought that is that actually that strong, or that strong on put it, I was questioning even to put it on the A tier list, but it's all up there as well, is the vet. I was like, maybe S, maybe A, but it is an S. And when you look at it, it's I will see why. Yeah, definitely you can make some bad plays with vet, but and you can kill a bunch of townies. But if you take a look at what the actual role does, and how powerful it is, and why it is up there with all these unique roles, and why it's unique, you'll realize that yeah, it is definitely an S tier role. Um, why is well, let's take a look at it. It's definitely an alpha role. If this guy says, "I don't want to die tonight," he is not gonna die tonight. You're not gonna kill this. So he can keep himself alive. Very alpha there. The win condition definitely also good. Win with town. I'm gonna keep saying that for every townies, but it is what it is. The win condition, win with town, is definitely one of the strongest in the game. It's not that influential though. The vet, it's really not that influential. They can actually ignore a vet existing in the game. You can say you can get confirmed, I guess. Easy confirmable for sure, but it's not that influential compared to the mayor or jailer, or even red, right? Because red can easily get confirmed yourself. You just resurrect. With the vet, you're like, you can. Yeah, but on the part of being confirmed or claiming, it's definitely all also up there. It's easily confirmable, but it can get contested. And yeah, sometimes there. I think vet definitely deserves being on the S tier list, because all these things, somewhat easy confirmable, right? Is just like all you have to do is just kill one, and it doesn't matter town or evil, and you get confirmed. Yeah, the only downside for the vet is just that it's not that influential at all, and you can't contribute too much on that part, but all the other things are lined up for it. So cool. Alright, what we got? We go to the next list, and that'll be the A. On the A tier list, we got actually the first non-town role, which is janitor. Janitor is very, very, very powerful, and not an alpha role that much. It's not really an alpha role, but it's really good early game to clean up all those roles. It limits the retributionist ability to resurrect someone, right? By cleaning. Town doesn't know what the full list is, and very good role, especially early. Late game doesn't matter that much, but if you did your job early with janitor, yeah. And then we got the win condition, which is win with mafia, where that does help a little bit if you have a janitor in the game, so you have a higher chance to win with janitor in the game. So I'll put it at 3-star there. The influence factor is like very high. If a janitor is in the game, the whole game is kind of changed. Town has to claim a little bit like earlier. The medium claims are like kind of suspicious. It's a very influential role if it exists. Once a janitor exists in the game, it can be like considered like a different game. I think it's one of the most influential evil roles, considering that it's only the random mafia. Definitely very powerful on that note. And the very good part for the janitor is that it's actually not that difficult. You don't have to do anything, right? All you have to do is just follow the Godfather and attacks, and just clean that. Very easy to play, roll, and yeah, you can get also somewhat confirmable. It's not 5 stars like a mayor that can reveal themselves, like, so no one can do something about it, but you can read what the clean roles are and you can take a guess, or have more role space for evil. So definitely helps on that note, on confirmable note. So yeah, I think janitor is definitely one of the most powerful roles. um yeah, what can I say? Very good role, janitor, love it. What else do we got? We got the lookout. The lookout. What can I say about lookout? It's very good early and very good late as well. Very powerful role. Although it doesn't look like it is, but it is. It's like acts like a town protect and confirms in the same time all the other roles if someone asks for a TP lookout. So very powerful. Has good win condition winning with town, definitely. Um, it's somewhat influential, right? Definitely what the lookout says can matter, although some of the information can be, disrupted. You can blackmail, or the random office can also visit, or you saw the visit, but they can be also random office. Um, Not that difficult. It's somewhere in between. You just have to be on the TP lookouts. Sometimes you should do some plays. But yeah, lookout. Very the most the what it has, like the best thing that lookout has is that it's very easy to confirm, very confirmable. Once you can't really fake a lookout well. If you see like 2 or 3 more visits, it's very hard to do. So definitely A tier um role in town of Salem. It's up there for sure. All right, what we got? We got, where is that? Transporter. Transporter. You can put transporter and lookout. Doesn't matter. You can put it in even front. They're all on the A tier list, in my opinion. And the thing about the transporter is that it's very powerful, like all the other roles. Very, very powerful. It's like a mayor, retributionist. I mean, the ability to kill, like the ability to not be killed night one, or yeah, you can make yourself not being killed night one, or you can make someone else, like, can make an evil being killed night one. It's very powerful, and you can disrupt a lot of plays. Very powerful role, but it can be used in bad ways as well. It's just like when you do transport jailers, or I don't know, transport drone target and the which shoots a townie. But yeah, the win condition is, as you know, winning with town, so definitely a good one. Not that. Also very confirmable because everybody will see who they get transported, so easy to confirm. The only bad thing for transporter is that it's quite difficult actually to play the transporter and to do actually correct plays. So that's the one downside from it. If it wouldn't be for that, I think transporter, you can put it up there on the S tier list because it's that powerful. But the difficulty drags him down. Drag this role actually. Yeah, and it's also very influential if you don't, right? If a transporter exists in the game, evil sometimes are the one even attacked because they know that the transport exists, Yeah, and also you can't deny that it's not an alpha role when he transporter wins by default against the last mafia. So yeah, definitely one of the most powerful roles up there if you want to put it. On the A tier list though, not S. But yeah, what can I say? Good role. Alright, who we got next? Let me, check who I haven't checked. Lookout. All this. The next one we have is Spy. What? Spy? Can't believe it's actually that high. Well, it is. Why is it? Because it's a very powerful role. That's why. Why wouldn't it be, huh? Yeah, it is. I really up high there because it has like a little bit of everything, It just does. It's very good early, not that good late, like on alpha level, but early it's very powerful. It just limits all the random mafias. You're gonna see the random mafia visits and you can confirm other townies. The win condition is good win with town. Somewhat influential. I mean, yeah, if you early game also, if you see sometimes mafias manage to hit the immune, and if you see that, it's very important. So you can get like an easy lynch, initial lynch. So it definitely matters that he exists in the game, especially early. Late game not that much. It's just its power, it kind of drops off late in the game, but early game very, very powerful. And it's not actually that a difficult role. That's the only thing that puts it up there, because it really looks like it's not that powerful, but it's just like an easy role to play, somewhat easy to confirm, and yeah, it's, what can I say? Very good early, not that good late, easy confirmable, somewhat influential. So good role, like it, love it. Alright, we got rid of that as well. What else we got? I think we'll drop on the lower list now. And we're gonna go with the witch. And that's gonna be a wrap for the A tier list. And S, we're gonna go on a B tier list, and that's gonna be the witch. Witch is very good early and late game. Early, so you can, probably who the other mafias are, and maybe the neutrals, or know who the others are, what exactly they are. And good early, you can control Vig. It's a very powerful role, considering. The win condition is like somewhat iffy. You don't know if it's mafia or neutrals, but a little bit. The win condition is not the worst, definitely not the worst. But it's a little bit difficult compared to town. It's somewhat an influential role if you think about it. If you know that there's a witch in the game, the witch kind of tends to not show up, and jailer sometimes is like asked to get transported so he can execute and so on. The game changes if a witch exists in the game, that's for sure. The only downside for the witch is that it's quite difficult actually to play correctly, to make the right plays. But if you have someone that they know what to do, or they know what they're doing, definitely it can help. It's somewhat confirmable role. I guess you can. You can um, pick up and choose what roles you're gonna take. So I guess on that note, you can put it a little bit up there. So yeah, the Witch take the bed tier list there, and we're gonna go on the next ones. We got the concert, and the escort. What is the difference? Well, the difference is that I think concert is just a little bit. It's good early. It's actually good late as well. I think that's the major difference between. I think concert is just a little bit better. Um, early, a little bit better earlier, because you can just like roadblock Witch and Jailer from executing, or at least confuse them. When escort, they don't know exactly who to roadblock, but the concert knows, so that's the only advantage that might have. Um, but the escort has a better win condition compared to the concert win with town. Concert doesn't has to win with Mafia, which is a little bit worse condition. Worst, or how do you say? Yeah, I guess. Put it that way. Um, it has like it. I think a concert is a little bit more influential than an escort. If a concert exists, town is more, aware, and it has to make some different plays. Jailer cannot execute and so on, and they're a little bit iffy about the escort claim. So definitely, I think it's more influential compared to an escort. And yeah, but the downside for a concert compared to a escort is that concert is definitely much more. Let's put the escort there as well. So kind of as I'm comparing those. Um, and they're all both on the same tier list on B. I think escort and concert are definitely up there. Um, yeah, the escort can just easily confirm sell, why concert cannot that easily, because if there's a spy in the game, that gameplay is ruined. So escort definitely has the upper hand on confirmable role, but concert is more influential, I think, and it's a little bit stronger earlier. Some up and downs. It's weird that saying that with the same, they do the same thing, but they're from different faction, and that matters. All right. Up there also is the bodyguard and the doctor. So if I have to compare the bodyguard and the doctor, I think on the alpha role we can say that bodyguard is a little bit like stronger, or put it like on alpha level, a little bit higher than doctor, because he can just protect anyone, including the mayor, and he can just like what I want to say. Yeah, and he kills the one that attacks. So that's a little bit alpha than doctor, which doctor only heals, keeps the target alive. But the doctor is like has the upper hand, that I guess it's just a little bit more easy to confirm. But yeah, I guess it's a little bit easy to confirm, right? Being a doctor, because if you get like a correct heal, yeah, I think definitely bodyguard is one of the least unconfirmable role that in the game. It's very hard, especially as for a town, being that, and yeah, because you can be like also an arsonist. That's also a disadvantage for for the bodyguard that is on that bodyguard arsonist Godfather list. I think it's very unconfirmable. It relies on a lookout to confirm it, and a lot of evils tend to claim bodyguard or doctor in that note. So yeah, there are both up high there because they, can protect, very powerful role, protect whoever they want, and easy to play. They're both easy to play, right? It's very easy to play those roles. Um, the win condition is just, yeah, win with town, definitely. You don't have to do too much. You don't have to be a smartass to play those roles, though. Yeah, good roles. What can I say? Alright, we got next up on the C tier list, and I'm gonna go with a neutral killing. We got a neutral benign, which is the witch, which is pretty good role. For a neutral, it has the B tier list on my there. And we got the escape, which I think is the most powerful neutral killing. Why? Because, well, it's very alpha, right? You can kill whoever you want. The only bad thing that, or one of the two, the things that are not going SK way is that it's win condition. It's very hard to actually win with SK, right? I think, yeah, SK has a very good influence in the game as well, right? If SK exists in the game, things can go, are going faster, especially if you kill early a town. Town has to be a little bit more aggressive when an SK is in the game, so all things considered, we got... and it's actually not that difficult playing SK, all things considered. All you have to do is just kill until no other survives. So yeah, not that easy to confirm. You have to, think. I mean, it's not confirmable at all. You can confirm yourself in some way or have any info, so you have to rely on, fake claiming stuff. So yeah. But a very good neutral killing role, which is high up there. Next up, what we got? We got the Blackmailer. The Blackmailer, another random mafia, which apparently is pretty good. It has a little bit of everything. It's not that good early, let's just say, but pretty good late game, or mid to late game. Or the first. Now, when I'm saying mid to early is like, it's all about, first nights and so on. But I'm saying the term because it's like a little bit more, Okay, the win condition is win with Mafia, which, can be good. The Blackmailer, I think, is it's a kind of difficult role to play, but if played correctly, it can get you wins a lot. It's actually a very influential role, being able to read the whispers. It can change the game a little bit, when a Blackmailer is in the game or not. And somewhat confirmable. You can, by reading whispers, you can see what the other claims, and you can, take a note. Definitely, if played well, Blackmailer can be a very good role. But it takes the C tier list for the moment. What else do we get? We got Vigilante. Yeah, Vigilante. Somewhat alpha role. If you want to kill somebody, you probably can. Thing is that it takes into consideration that the immune thing, so sometimes you won't be able to kill, compared to to Jailer, that it's a little bit more alpha than the Veg. But hey, it's still up there. Very, you make and break some situations. So good on that part. Doing condition is definitely win with town. Has that downside where if you kill like a town, you just die, which is a little bit fair. So that's why I want to put it on the difficulty level, because if you make some mistake, it can cost you. Um, Somewhat influential. If a TK still is alive, it's important. Somewhat important because he can make a break, so it does influence evils, how they act or react. And not that confirmable because you can easily fake claim that someone, even if he shot someone, it can make like anyone can make a play saying that that person is immune and that he shot. So it's an alright roll, not the best, but hey, it's good enough to make the C tier list for me. Up there, all right. What else do we got? We got the invest. That's the config. Got the invest, and it's not the config as well. Haha. It's just invest that make the C tier list. And what can you say? It's very good early, not that good late game. Somewhat you can consider it as an alpha thing, If it's good early, not that good late. On late game, you just matter only with vote. I guess if town still has majority, you can do some things, but yeah. Other than that, it's not that great. The win condition definitely good when with town. Influence, somewhat influential, especially if like some evils tend to kill investigators. So can they claim whatever they want. Not that difficult, not that hard. You have to investigate who you have to investigate. The only bad part is just for investigators is just that it's not that easy to confirm yourself. But if you are active and you just post your will, you can be pretty good. You can, get over it. So yeah, invest takes the C tier list there. Taking a look if I ever missed something. I think that's it, right? That's gonna be the list for C. I'm gonna go on the D tier list, and that's gonna be The Godfather. Why I put The Godfather like down there with the others? Cause the other random mafias are actually easier, right? Yeah, easier to play and has somewhat more power, and they can confirm themselves. The Godfather is actually not easy, It's somewhat hard to play. You cannot confirm yourself. You have to rely on claiming, bullshit roles like sheriffs and stuff or bodyguards, and it's just not that great. It's difficult, hard to confirm. Yeah, it's a powerful role because you choose who to kill, right? The win condition is, yeah, alright. You're not, I guess you can consider a little bit influential, but yeah. Not the greatest role, honestly. It has the alpha. The only thing that shines the Godfather is just like an alpha role because he also has like immunity, right? Night immunity. Yeah, on that note, it's definitely an alpha role, but hey, there's a lot of things that it lacks, and that's why it makes the D tier list here. Next up, we got the Consigliere, which just makes the D tier list compared to the fellow investigator. Why is that so? Well, it's not an alpha role. It's just like, yeah, you get some info, it's whatever. You don't make them make plays there that much. So yeah, what can you say? The win condition, yeah, win with Mafia, which is, yeah, not the best win condition. It's not an influential kind of role. Doesn't matter too much if an investigator dies or if it's alive, or consigliere if it's alive. The only good thing is that it's not that difficult, honestly. It's just like you can invest whoever you want. Um, yeah, you can invest one of your mafia. You don't have to worry, like for example with investigator. Maybe I have to investigate the right person so I get the right info. With consigliere, that doesn't matter that much. Not that confirmable, or somewhat confirmable. You just say it's alright, but not quite there to make the C tier list. Yeah, it's with the Godfather up there. So that makes the D tier list. That's all about the consig. Next. Well, we got. Let me see. We got the werewolf. Also, we got the, those roles. Werewolf. What? Yeah, it is, man. Werewolf. What can I say about werewolf? Very, somewhat alpha. I mean, it's situational alpha. Definitely, if you consider only the moon, it's probably very alpha, right? Because you can kill whoever you want. Although you can still, target can still be protected. And you're still gonna die. But I consider a werewolf being an alpha role and somewhat influential. It does matter, right? If a werewolf exists or not. Lookouts has to be careful, or you have to not visit on full moon. So the win condition definitely sucks. Just like you're not gonna, it's very hard to, you have to kill everybody. So the win condition is kind of bad, very hard to confirm. And I guess it's not compared, for example, with SKU, and you can just like whatever you kill, whatever. With werewolf, you have to be somewhat careful who you kill, or you want to make the most of it of the night to kill a lot of townies and stuff. So choosing the right target can also be a factor there. So a little bit of difficulty involved there as well, but it makes a D tier list. Next up, we got the arsonist. So what is up with the arsonist, huh? Well, not much, not that great. I tell them my doing condition, yeah, also sucks like the werewolf. Also the confirmability, it's very, you have to claim whatever. You just have to be good at faking. You can't help yourself with your abilities to confirm yourself in any way. But it's kind of an influential role. I guess early, if you douse and ignite the jailer, it's very important. That's his primary role now. I guess being buffed helps a little, that you cannot BG an arsonist anymore. But yeah. It's not that difficult actually, compared to werewolf, when you have to choose the right target. Sometimes you can choose maybe the wrong targets as being the mafia, but you don't have to ignite, so you can keep dousing until you decide to ignite. So on that note, I don't think it's that difficult. But it's not that alpha role either, right? It's, you kill one person every 2 nights, and maybe that person actually gets killed or executed or lynched. So, an alpha role, it's not that alpha role. So makes the D tier list there. All right. I'm seeing if I actually missed something, because I'm watching this list and I think I did. Oh, I'm pretty, the sheriff. I missed the sheriff. Sheriff is definitely on the C tier list. You can put it even before invest. Yeah. Why so? Well, though most of the evil claim sheriff, if you're a sheriff, it's very good. If you're actually a sheriff, you can win with town, right? That's the one thing that, it's a town role, so it matters. Not that difficult. It's actually not that difficult. Somewhat hard to confirm yourself, as being a sheriff, that's for sure. Because what are the odds? Sometimes the odds of finding an evil is just right 3 on 15. You can find only 3 evils or 3 suspicious sometimes in the game, right? If the neutral killing is arsonist, and if the neutral evil is whatever, yeah, you can find the neutral evil. There we go. And somewhat good early sheriff, right? If you find something, but not that good late game. Yeah, somewhat influential if you find something, but it's somewhat reliant. But I cannot put it like on a lower tier list, on D or something. I think sheriff is great. It's a good role. So I don't want to put it any lower than that. So we're gonna go back. I'm checking. Oh, what is this? It's not even on the list. Okay, put those 2 out of there. The tracker and the survivor don't even exist in ranked, so I'm gonna put them also out. Next we're gonna have also the jester on the D tier list. Yeah, jester is also kind of iffy. I was like wanting to rate jester a lot higher, but I changed my mind on that. The only thing that shines for jester is his win condition, getting lynch. I think it's one of the best win condition. All you have to do is just get yourself lynched. I think it's a very good condition, but all the other things for jester just kind of sucks. It's not an alpha roll at all. It's just like you totally rely. You don't have no immunity. You just have to pray that you don't get attacked early. So, it's not good early or late. You just have to get your win condition, and that's it. It's not confirmable in any way. I think it's the least confirmable. Even the investigator finds you as being evil, you can get out of that. You're not influential, and I guess somewhat difficult. Some players can find the easy way to win with jester, but yeah. But the only thing that shines for jester, and the reason why it's on the D tier list, is because it's win condition. I think it's the best win condition in the game to get yourself lynched, which is contradictory what this game is all about. Yeah, D tier list. What we got? We got mafioso. Mafioso also make the D tier list. Yeah. What can I say? Not great. Not great being mafioso. You don't make the decisions. You're not an alpha. I guess when the Godfather doesn't do it, but doesn't have to kill, but you can do the decisions. It's definitely not an influential role. Doesn't matter if a mafioso dies, and town doesn't get scared by a mafioso, nor the neutrals. Nobody. You don't have no immunity. It's it's not confirmable at all, and I guess the only thing that goes and I put it on the D tier list is that it's definitely not difficult to play mafioso. You just have to follow them. The Godfather. When the Godfather is dead, then there's no more mafioso, right? So saying specifically to the mafioso, it's really not a hard role to play, but the win condition kind of sucks, and you're not influential. Kind of sucks to be a mafioso, honestly. But you gotta do what you're gonna do. D tier list for the mafioso. Next, and I think we go to medium. How did I miss that? Yeah, medium also make the D tier list. I think medium from all the town roles is definitely the worst town role. Why so? Well, you're not an alpha role. I think it's the most beta or whatever you can say role in the game. You just like you you don't you don't do anything, right? You can't do anything. You only talk to dead people, and that doesn't really matter that much most of the time. You're not that easy confirmable, and you don't influence town that much unless you get resurrected or something. Yeah. Yeah. The only things that go and makes the details, and I cannot put this role like even lower because it's a town role. So it wins with town, and it's not that difficult. It's not a difficult role. I mean, not having that much the responsibility makes it that you don't have. It's not that difficult as well. I mean, it's not. This yeah. What can I say? Not great. I think it's the worst town role from all of those, the other town roles. But hey, it's alright. Next role, we got, or we still only got 4 roles to go. I'm gonna put it up there, and it's gonna be the executioner. Um, executioner is, what can I say? I don't know. It's not great at all. Hard to confirm. Not I mean, you're not influential in any way, right? You're just like someone who talks. But if you know how to talk and um, the win condition also kind of sucks. But if it's not the worst, it's somewhat there. Like you can win with the neutrals as well. It's like you can get ways to get your, or with the evil, you can get ways to win, but definitely hard. Not an alpha role at all. Maybe not compared as just because he has still immunity, and that counts sometimes. Um, what else? Not an influential. It's just bad stats overall. It's one of the worst roles in Town of Salem, but I like Executioner a lot, so it's kind of hard for me to say that I wanted to put it like somewhere up there. But if you know how to play Executioner though very well, you know how I think Executioner is definitely the center of being an evil role if you know how to play Executioner. But yeah, taking only the role specifically in this one, it's just a bad role, man. Next up we got, which are, it's Framer. Maybe it's down there as considered as being the worst or worst roles in the game. Yeah, you're not alpha. You you don't decide. You don't do anything. It just, you're not alpha at all. The win condition kind of sucks, especially if you're in the game. If you exist in the game as a framer, even Mafia knows that their chances are lower. You, nah, you're not influential. I mean, you have to get super lucky, and it has to be no spy in the game to somehow have a correct frame on someone actually investigating that person. So you have to get super lucky and stuff. Or framing the right person, it can be actually quite difficult. So also it's a quite difficult role. You're not confirmable in any way. Your investigative results also kind of doesn't help you that much. So yeah, what can I say? Not good on any category. Or what can I say? Yeah, just a bad role. Bad role. That's why some people actually think it might need a rework on this one. Next one we got Disguiser. Same thing goes for Disguise. Nah, one of the worst roles in the game. Not good on. Oh, I mean, I mean, you can get the only thing that can go disguiser is like sometimes people the existence of disguiser, right? If a disguiser can somehow exist by bad plays, or something, you can call someone as being a disguiser. I mean, I think that's the only thing is just that exists, but to make a play with disguiser is actually quite difficult. Correct play. Um, you're not confirming it anyway. Um, yeah, I mean, not influential. Also, not nothing. Just nothing goes their way. And yeah, for the last one, which I think, in my opinion, is the worst Town of Salem role in the game, it's definitely Forger. It's the worst. I can critique this role over and over again. I think this role definitely needs like some more rework. Um, yeah. Where should I start? Is there any way that you can confirm yourself? I mean, what are the odds? Uh, Very hard to actually pull it off. Yeah, correct Forge and a spy not existing in the game. Like, what are you gonna forge? Because the person that is attacked is killed by the mafia. So, you have to know what that role is somehow, but you won't. And yeah, when that person dies, I mean, all the people just like say what they have, and you know, um, yeah, when condition, it's kind of bad, especially when a forger exists. Not influential, not alpha, nothing goes their way. All right, so guys, so this is my tier list for the Town of Salem roles. Let me know what you think about it. Thanks for watching. See you next time.